Hi, guys. Hello. I think it's recording. So it is 6:16 p.m. and I am off work. I've been off work for an hour and 16 minutes. It takes me like an hour-ish to get home. I don't know if I'm doing that in the most like efficient way, but it's the way I know, and that makes it the best. So that's been fun. Fun thing. I think that the weather down here is making my, like, I think my roommate's at home, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's making my boobs, like, hurt. The weather, from it being so hot, which is weird. That's been unpleasant, but other than that, LA is pretty good. People are always in a big hurry here. They screw you around and they get mad at you if you don't know how to do things. So hang on, I do with some cereal. I've had people get mad at me because I don't know how to do things, like get on buses apparently, or get off of buses and metro. So they have like these tap cards. I could get it for you, but it's in my room and I don't want to. Next time. You have these like tap cards, right? They're little like cards. They're like normal ID card size. And when you get on a bus or on some of the buses, not all of them take the tap card. Some of the buses take the tap card, and all of the metro takes the tap card. So you get on the thing that takes the tap card, and there's like this little blue circle, and you go boop with your card, and it like beeps at you, and then you're like, cool, I can get on the bus or the subway or whatever. And so I was like on the subway, and I tapped my card to get on the subway. I was going to a parade with some people from work, and we were like getting off the subway, and there were more of the turnstile things, and they had a little blue circle on them, and I'm like, oh, a blue circle, I need to tap the card. So I like get up there, and I'm like trying to tap my card on this stupid thing. I actually hold it like this. I go, because I don't know why. I don't know, like that. And so I was, tapping away, and it's not going. And I'm kind of like, what? And like, so I'm tapping, and like 8 people all at once go, you don't have to tap when you're getting off. And I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And I like kind of like scurry through the little turnstile thing. And then there was this guy like a few steps behind me, and he's kind of like, crabbing about it. And he's like, oh, like, what an idiot. Just, I don't know, just being stupid. He didn't make that noise, but that's a noise I made up for him. Anyway, so he's doing that. But then his buddy goes, hey, you know what? When I was new to the city, I did that too, and I bet you did. And, just play off. Like, everybody does that when they don't know what's going on at first. And I was, what a nice gentleman. I was so happy with that. So that was fun. Work has been good. Today was my 3rd day. The first couple days we didn't do a ton just because I feel like they are not super far on this project, or they don't really know what they want us to do. But so like the project overall, like what everybody's working on is like this big, it's like this big thing for resilience in Los Angeles, and the mayor picked like 4 main categories that he was like worried about. So there was what was it? It was concrete, non-ductile concrete buildings, which is what I'm working on. Soft story buildings, so like a building that doesn't how do I explain this? Like a building that has a parking lot on the bottom, like an apartment building that has a parking lot on the bottom, or like a big office tower that has like a big store on. Basically, the first floor has like a lot of just open space without a lot of walls, and then everything above it has more walls. So the first floor is a soft story, and they fall in earthquakes because there's no walls, and they just kind of fall. And it's great. It's not great. It's actually pretty bad. So that's 2 of it. Then there's the water, like infrastructure stuff, and communications infrastructure is like the 4 things that they're working on. And so we're working on the concrete part of that, and what I'm doing is helping to do research on the effects in Los Angeles from the Northridge earthquake, which happened a while ago. I should know that. Northridge earthquake, 1994. That's good. That was what I was going to guess, but then I was like, I don't know, I just got confused. So I'm researching that, and like I have to use GIS, which is like this mapping program to kind of like put all this data in and figure out like what concrete buildings were like in this whatever ground velocity area, blah blah blah. It's like all this crazy stuff. Yeah, she like wanted us to do it in Google Earth. Like we have the latitude and longitude of like 15,000 buildings, 15,000. And she wanted me and this other intern to go through one by one and like put them in Google Earth and then figure it out. And I was just like, or I could do GIS and do this in like 2 days, and then you would have a map and like an interactive thing that you could add data to, and like it basically, it like basically makes maps out of Excel files. And she was like, oh, that's a great idea. And I was like, yeah, we should do that. So my roommates came in, but they left again, so I'm recording again. Yeah, so I'm getting, but I don't have the GIS program yet. So I'm getting that tomorrow from Western. I can get it from Western, and so I'm doing that. And yeah, so we haven't been doing much yet besides like making Excel files basically, and like trying to figure out how to convert latitude and longitude from like decimals to degrees, which was a big pain in the butt, but we got it for 15,000 buildings. So we did in Excel, so once you figure it out for the first one, you can do it for all of them. But anyway, yeah, so that's been fun, and we went to a couple meetings, and one of them was pretty boring, and then one of them, everybody was like getting really intense and like yelling at each other, but they were all saying the same thing. Like they were all like agreeing with each other, but they all just kind of like had their own like personal like look, and then they didn't realize they were all saying the same thing, and so they were all kind of like, like I'm right, but they did. And then the woman in charge was like, you're all saying the same thing, and they were like, oh, well, we are. And I was like, it was kind of funny. Yeah, so that's been my job so far. I'm working with two other undergrad intern girls, Becky and Gwen, and they are both great. Becky's working with me on concrete, and then Gwen is working on the communication stuff, but we have like our own little office thing together, and so we're having a jolly old time in there. And then there's a grad student from Harvard named Lindsay, and she is great. She's doing the communication stuff too, and she's like, she just like always looks so put together. She's 24, and I'm just like, how does a person in their young 20s always look as great as you do? It's ridiculous. I don't know. So yeah, so those are the people I work with. LA is crazy. People are so mean here. People are just rude. Nobody says thank you to the bus drivers when they get off, except me. I'm always thank you, and then everybody else just doesn't. Yeah, people are like always in a hurry, and they're like running around, and it's just like nobody's just like nobody really ever stops to just like chill out. You know, like I feel like if you go into Seattle or Bellingham, like sometimes people are just like hanging out, or like sitting and like existing, and people like are not doing that here. It's also like I thought it was, because I know it's a big city, right? So I thought it was gonna be like really tall buildings, but it's not. It's just like smog forever. It's just, oh man, there's so much smog here. It's gross. When we first got here, it was like across the block was like hazy from the smog. It was so nasty. So I'm probably getting like cancer as we speak, as I talk to you. So that's great. But I mean, it's not like a terrible place. It's just different, I guess, and people are different. But yeah, good things about LA are there are good things. I don't like dislike it here. It's just I'm so kind of lost all the time. But that's not bad because I'm exploring. I haven't felt like scared yet, but we did drive past. So we like pulled up to my parents are still in town. They came back again. So we like pulled up to the stoplight, and there were like police everywhere, and there was like this car, and they were all pointing guns at the car, and my dad just like drove like right through it. Like he just kind of like turned. I don't think we were supposed to do that, but we did. And then there was like this police helicopter like circling around with like a spotlight on that car, and I like came home and I was like, oh my god, these are like to my roommates, and I was like, there's like a crazy vehicle situation happening, and they're like, oh yeah, we're not in the best neighborhood. You probably shouldn't go out at night. Yeah, there was like a shooting like a week ago. We heard it, and I was like, oh, okay. So, but I mean, I haven't felt like nervous, but I've also not been running around at night, which I really have plans to do. So that's great. yeah, other than that, I have my own room, which is cool. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm working like 9 to 5, so I feel like I get home. Well, I've been hanging out with my parents every night after I get home because they're only in town until tomorrow. So I've been like running around with them a lot. And then I get home and I just like go to bed. So I haven't really like done anything that exciting yet besides like explore with my parents. But we're going on a field trip this weekend to the San Andreas Fault, which will be cool. It's like with my whole program, so the girls in my internship are going and my roommates are going, and yeah, I think we're just gonna go like hike around and learn about geology, which I do enjoy. Yeah. So that has been the past. What day did I fly out here? Monday? What? It's only Wednesday? No, I flew out on Saturday, so it's been 4 days. So it's been the past 4 days of my life in Los Angeles, and I'm having a pretty good time despite getting lost and yelled at infrequently. We went to a parade. That was cool. That was a fun thing. There was a parade for the Stanley Cup, which is hockey, and they had the cup and it was big and silver. Um, yeah, we saw that. That was fun. And then people are getting really excited about the World Cup. And I imagine that's kind of a universal thing. Yeah. Oh, thank you also for the dinosaur cups. I saw that. That was exciting. And yeah, I guess I will continue to update you as I continue to do terribly exciting things. Yeah. I love you too. I will see you in a couple of months. Let's see, June, July, August, September. I'll see you soon. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a great summer. I love you. Bye.